gave you all my days, all my nights. I shared my soul, my fears, my lies. You smiled, you touched, but never gave. And slowly I sank in the love I saved. I carried your world on my own, while you left me broken, left me alone. Love is a balance, not a one-way street. I gave you everything, you gave none, and my heart is aching, left undone. I stayed while you walked freely away. I loved with my soul, but it couldn't stay. I gave you everything, you gave none. But now I'll rise, I'll be the sun. I forgave your silence, I forgave your lies. I smiled through the pain, through the empty skies. I held on to love that was never returned, and slowly I learned what my heart deserved. I won't stay where love is only mine. I'll find the one who will never decline. I deserve love that flows both ways. I gave you everything, you gave none, and now I live my healing begun. I love someone who knows what it means to give and receive in all in betweens. I gave you everything, you gave none, and now my heart will shine like the sun. Giving too much to the wrong heart teaches the right lessons. I gave you everything, you gave none, but I'll look fully again. I gave my heart, my soul, my time. I lost my voice in trying to rhyme. With your love, your needs, your dreams, I drowned myself in silent screams. I forgot who I was, trying to be yours, while you left me wandering through closed doors. Love shouldn't erase yourself. I lost myself loving you, and I barely survived. I gave all I had, while my soul was deprived. I lost myself loving you, but I'll find me again. I'll love, I'll heal, and I'll rise from the pain. I waited for your heart to align, but I was lost in the love of mine. I bent, I broke, I tried to stay while you took your freedom away. Now I see what I should have known. Love starts with the self, not alone. I deserve to be whole. I lost myself loving you, but now I reclaim my heart, my soul, my voice, and I'll never be the same. I lost myself loving you, but I'm learning to see love begins with me and not only with thee. Sometimes losing yourself teaches who you really are. I lost myself loving you, but now I've been found, and love will be gentle where my heart is sound. I poured my heart endlessly, hoping you'd feel the same. But your love never came back, and I was left with the pain. I gave you everything without expecting less. I loved you blindly, but received emptiness. I stayed believing, even when it hurt. I loved you without return, and my heart paid the price. I gave you my all and received no sacrifice. I loved you without return, but I learned to be free. Love should flow both ways, not only for me. I held on to moments that slipped through my hands. I tried to make you care, but you never made a stand. I hope for a future that never arrived. Loving you alone is how I survive. I can't love one-sided anymore. I loved you without return, and it broke me inside. I'll find a love where hearts collide. I loved you without return, but now I see I deserve a love that returns to me. Reciprocated love heals the deepest wounds. I loved you without return, but my heart will thrive. I love someone who keeps love alive. I stayed when your love disappeared. I stayed while my heart was clear. You walked out quietly while I stood waiting blindly. I believe we could be even when your soul left me. I gave my all while you gave none. I stayed while you left, and it broke me in pieces. I gave my heart while your love decreases. I stayed while you left, but now I tried to fill the silence with hope and patience. I believed in what we had, even though it made me sad. You didn't fight for us, I fought for both, and that's when I learned love alone isn't enough. I deserve to be chosen. I stayed while you left, and now I know my worth. I'll love someone who fights for my heart. I stayed while you left, but I won't again. I'll guard my soul from another end. The night falls heavy, I sit in silence. Your absence echoes like a violence. I reach for your hand in the dark, but all I feel is a cold, empty spark.
I wait for your voice, but there's only still. The space between us is bitter and real.
Every shadow knows my pain. Every whisper calls your name. I wait alone in the dark, hoping your love will return. But the nights are long and empty, and my heart continues to burn.
I wait alone in the dark while dreams fade away. I loved you completely, but you didn't stay. I replay our moments like a fading song, hoping somehow I wasn't wrong.
I stayed in the spaces where you used to be, but love can't survive a heart that's free.
not the silenced one. And now I face the night alone.
I held on to the hope of you.
I wait alone in the dark, and the shadows answer me.
Every memory reminds me of the love that couldn't be.
I wait alone in the dark, but I'll learn to stand.
Even if your absence still rules this land. Sometimes waiting teaches more than leaving. I wait alone in the dark, but I'll find my light. Even if I loved you through every lonely night. I gave you my laughter, my tears, my dreams. You touched me softly, but nothing was what it seems. I loved you entirely, but it wasn't enough. And slowly, quietly, my heart turned rough. Every smile I faked was a mask of pain. Every moment with you left an unseen stain. I thought love heals, but it can hurt deep. My heart died slowly, piece by piece. It fell in love with my soul, but you never could tell. My heart died slowly while I stayed near. I kept hoping for love that never appeared. I cried in the corners of empty rooms, wishing your voice could lift the gloom. I gave you my everything, yet you walked away and left my heart to wither and fray. I stayed faithful, believing in us, but love turned to ashes, buried in dust. I gave my all, but it wasn't enough. My heart died slowly while I cried. before the words were said, before your footsteps left my bed. My tears knew the ending, even before pretending. I stayed calm while breaking, but my tears kept speaking. I couldn't stop the quiet pain. My tears knew goodbye before my lips could say. They fell silently while you walked away. My tears knew goodbye. My heart still aches, even as I heal. My soul still breaks. I watched your shadow fade while I carried the love we made. I tried to smile in daylight, but my tears took the night. I loved you completely, and yet you left. My heart still remembers all that was left. Tears remember what words forget. My tears knew goodbye before my heart could say I love you fully, but you walked away. My tears knew goodbye, and slowly I learned to carry my heart without the burn. Goodbyes live in silence. My tears knew goodbye, but now I cry to release and let myself live and finally find peace. You didn't shout, you didn't fight, you didn't plan to cause my night, but still your choices left a mark, a quiet crack in my heart. I loved you softly, you didn't mean to break me, but every step you took left my soul shaking. Pain doesn't need intention. You broke me without meaning, and I couldn't defend the love I gave that reached its end. reclaim what's mine. You smiled while leaving, you didn't even see the quiet war inside of me. I gave you everything you didn't know, but even without intent, love still leaves one. I'll carry the lessons, not the pain. You broke me without meaning, but I'll rise above. I'll learn to love again and guard my love. You broke me without meaning, but I'll be whole. I won't let unintended hurt control my soul. Even amidst pain shapes a stronger heart. You broke me without meaning, but I'll love safely now, stronger than before, and I'll show myself how. You were here, but never fully. I gave you all, you gave half slowly.
I smiled when my heart was breaking. I stayed while my soul was shaking.
I thought love meant staying together,
But you left me halfway forever.
I held on while you drifted away. You left me half alive, with a heart that still bleeds. I waited for your love, but it never met my needs.
You left me half alive, and I'm learning to grow.
I'll find the rest of me in the love I now know.
I carried your absence like a shadow behind. I loved you completely while you left me confined.
I dreamed of a future you never intended. Half love is a pain that never ends.
I gave all I had.
You left me half alive, with my soul on the floor.
I stayed too long, but I'll stay no more.
You left me half alive, but now heal in time and reclaim the pieces that were never yours.
but now I'll be whole. I'll love without halves and reclaim my soul.
You held me close, but your heart stayed away. I tried to reach you, but you drift each day. I gave you all of me, every tear and every laugh. You only met half, never completed my half. I hoped and I waited, believing in us, but your love was shallow, or maybe just dust. Half love is a wound that cuts deep. You never loved me fully, and it's killing my soul. I gave you my but you never made me whole. You never loved me fully, and now I see I'll find a love that gives completely. I smile through the pain, I stayed through the nights, I forgave your mistakes, I avoided the fights. But love shouldn't feel like this. Quiet despair shouldn't leave me broken, gasping for air. I held on too long to your faded touch. Now I know half of love can't be enough. I deserve a heart that chooses me. You never loved me fully, and I'll never go back. I'll seek someone true who stays on track. You never loved me fully, but I'll heal in time and love someone who gives love divine. Love can't be measured in halves. You never loved me fully, but I'll love fully.